He has a stream PC. I'm not even. I was gonna use that as that because like I need to be able to record and also stream at the same time. Bro.
2002, a nurse drops her 13-year-old nephew.
Call the health people? Nah, it cooked the germs out. It's okay. How much did you spend? How much did you spend of your new one on my new PC?
Do a trick.
But I don't even know if I want to say how much I've actually spent on my PC. And it still barely work. But I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I don't know what's wrong with my PC. Why? I think it's just the browser. I've nothing else like is like honestly nothing else like hitches like my browser except for my browser. Like games don't hitch. Everything's fine with it, bro. It's literally my browser.
Over.
Watch my 2 front teeth if you want to be scared. Are you talking about the little jingle? All I want for Christmas is my 2 front teeth, like that thing. So listen. No, it works. It's just my browser just does not work for whatever reason, buddy. Try Opera? Nah, I don't do Opera because it's owned by like a Chinese company or something like that. And I'm just kind of sketched out about the like if they sell data and shit, like what they do with their data.
Iran Brown in front of Benjamin.
Nah, I told you, Basco. I quit. I'm quitting Roblox for a little bit.
Middle School in Bowie, Maryland. Less than a second later, a bullet from a long-range rifle tears through his abdomen and leaves him bleeding on the floor. As his aunt nurse races against time, bound for the emergency room.
You quit? Yeah, I just don't really enjoy it. I probably won't be playing it like that much. I might play a little bit, but not that much.
Would be why. Why would anyone target a child with that amount of firepower? But Iran Brown's aunt knew better. There was no method to this madness. Her nephew was just another
Why is he looking at me like that?
Random victim
Chill out, buddy.
of a coordinated killing spree that was ravaging the Washington metropolitan area. And
this is like some Jack Films type of video, buddy. Like, why is he in this dark room, this ominous room?
Rightfully fear her sweet nephew wouldn't be the last.
Escape,
welcome back to Twisted Minds. My name is James, and today we are going to deep dive into the cold and dreadful violent case of the DC snipers.
What the hell?
From a sinister perspective, the events of the DC sniper case couldn't be more timely. In the year 2002, Americans were still recovering from both the shock of 9/11 and the anthrax attacks. So, when some unknown snipers started gunning people at random on the streets of DC in that same year, it was as if someone had revived a very familiar feeling. Our case begins in Montgomery County, a peaceful suburban town just north of Washington, D.C. The county was known for its affluent residents, serene and safe environment, the ideal bubble for raising kids in an increasingly violent America.
Okay.
However, on the 2nd of October 2002, that bubble would burst. At around 7:41.
Wait, Chad, does TDS work, boys? I don't even know if I checked this stream. My bad. Hold on. Does TDS work or is it cooldown? Oh, we're good. We're good.
1 a.m.
Kung Fu Panda from the PlayStation 2 is a gas.
James Martin was getting groceries for his wife and an 11-year-old son when a high-caliber bullet ripped through his chest.
What the hell?
He died within minutes.
That's just bad RNG, buddy.
The police
That's really bad RNG, I'm gonna be honest. Bro, that's so bad.
Were confused. This was not the kind of crime one would expect in a neighborhood like theirs. It had never happened in the county before, and this would be an unexpected first. The police combed the area for bullet casings, but they didn't find anything. No evidence, no clues, just questions. On the 3rd of October, while police were still pondering the killing of the day before, an emergency call came out.
But you're telling me they can't like see where the sniper was at least like standing or whatever, and then maybe find a footprint and then match it to somebody's shoe size, and maybe go look at the receipts and maybe their credit card statement and see if they bought the same type of shoes recently, and like what? Nothing?
That cut the Montgomery Police Department where it hurt. A woman had spotted her neighbor bleeding on his lawn next to his lawnmower. The victim was Sonny Buchanan, and he was the son of former...
Oh my goodness, buddy. Oh,
Montgomery County Police
I don't know, dude. Honestly, boys, like these types of videos like make me like maybe set off some early stages of schizophrenia for me, buddy. I'm gonna be outside and I'm gonna be like paranoid as shit, thinking that somebody's gonna fucking snipe me. I was thinking that the other day where I was taking out the trash and I was like at work and I was like, damn, like what if there's somebody out in the fields like what if there's somebody out here like with a sniper in a ghillie suit and he's ready to snipe me down? So I was walking sideways and shit, buddy. I was acting schizophrenic. You're like, what the fuck? Nobody saw me, luckily, but
officer.
ain't no one's gonna snipe you, bum ass, bro. Like these are normal people just like me, buddy. No one's gonna snipe you, bro. The weak ass sniper. Come on, dude. Really? You don't think so? You don't think it? Come on, guys.
The woman thought it was the lawnmower that had cut him, but when paramedics arrived, they quickly realized that it was far from a domestic incident.
Like James jumping and diving? From the day I was just kind of swifting side to side. I wasn't moving in a straight line.
Had also been shot in the chest, and by the time he got to the emergency room, his body was completely drained of blood. At this point, the situation was put...
From one bullet, you completely drained of blood? Like, that is wild. So that guy was alive the entire time. His body just was like, his heart and shit was still pumping, you know what I mean? It was like he was just gushing out blood. He was holding on, man. Honestly, round of applause to that motherfucker. There's no way he was really, dude, there's no way he was really, like, he must have been alive then. He tried, buddy. He tried his hardest to stay alive.
Putting the police on edge. The case was escalating a little too quickly for them to catch up.
Dude, these little intermissions. It's like a true crime episode.
Less than an hour later, at around 8:12 a.m., another emergency call came in. This time,
the adrenaline is keeping him alive, definitely.
Taxi driver named Prem Kumar Waklekar.
Yeah, those guys definitely using AI, that AI thing. You know what I'm talking about? This is actually kind of cool. I've never seen this in a video where like it betters the quality of your face or whatever. This is definitely AI like increasing quality, bro. Like everything else in this picture is so blurred besides his face.
Prem was pumping gas when a bullet tore through his chest, also killing him.
Dude, what the hell?
Murders in under an hour. The PD was in an uproar, and yet the killings were not even done for the morning. As the police rushed to the site of that scene, with just 30 minutes from the last murder, another call came in. This time, it was Sarah Ramos, a 34-year-old babysitter.
Dude, what the hell?
She was waiting at a bus stop on a bench reading a book when a bullet shattered her skull and exited through her neck.
Dude,
Someone
holy
was
shit.
targeting citizens, and they didn't know who or why. Radio traffic tore through airwaves as police rushed
Dude, he's
to
just
the
taking out
scenes
random
of the
motherfuckers.
crime.
Why?
If they were confused and concerned before, now they were getting pretty desperate. In just 2 hours, 3 brutal murders had occurred.
Like this is not a real dude. This has to be AI, buddy. The AI must have messed up somewhere. This does not look like a normal face. Am I crazy for saying this is AI? This has got to be AI. This is not a normal face.
And they were clueless, as the relatives of targeted citizens had begun demanding answers. And yet,
bro got a UAV already.
Still not over. A little over an hour later, at exactly 9:58 a.m., a 25-year-old lady, Lori Ann Lewis Rivera, was vacuuming Cheerios from her vehicle at a Shell petrol station when a bullet also took her life.
Dude, what the hell was wrong with this guy? Why, dude? Why? I just don't, honestly, like, why, though? Like, why? What is wrong with this kid?
Witnessing carnage, unlike anything they had ever seen before. As word spread amongst residents, so did the fear. Later that night, at around 9:30 p.m., the killer took out their final victim for the day, Pascal Charlotte, a 72-year-old retired carpenter who was taking a stroll on Georgia.
Guys, I'm telling you, whenever I'm out by an open field or somewhere open where like a sniper could be in a ghillie suit out in the field, dude, I am swerving side to side, buddy. This guy is just sniping out random people. Like, he definitely doesn't know all these people. Unless this kid's going like Kill Bill or something. Yeah, I'm gonna start strafing. Dude, this kid, unless this kid's like Kill Bill or something, like all these people wronged him in the past, so he's just taking him off the list, dude. That would be pretty tough. That would be a crazy backstory, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this guy molested him when he was young. This is, by the way, I'm not saying this is what happened, but, like, this guy molested him. Somebody spit in his coffee or something like that, and he's just taking these motherfuckers out.
Avenue at Kalmia Road in Washington, D.C. A county that had been used to witnessing violence on a TV screen now had it served violently to them on their doorstep. After the end of an unbelievably bloody day, the police began to establish.
Dude, just
their
the editing
findings.
is like it's like a true crime,
so far
true
had
crime
happened
episode.
within a 25-kilometer radius. All victims had been killed by a single high-caliber bullet, which indicated that the killer was a sniper.
Yo, what's going on, Sync?
And this sniper was experienced and tidy. He would strike, then vanish into thin air, leaving no clue behind.
This guy's like the Zodiac killer, buddy. This guy's like the modern-day Zodiac killer using modern-day equipment.
With the victims, there was no connection. While the killings were coordinated, it still appeared random.
Yo, Sing! Thank you, brother.
Escape 52 jam, escape 52
Thank
jam.
you, bro. Thank you for, dude, for the sub, buddy, the prime sub. Holy, yo, when Soldier subbed to me yesterday, I said thank you for the raid, bro. Like I don't know how to thank you guys anymore. Thank you, boys. I appreciate the sub, guys. It's time. Now I don't have to work at the gas station anymore, guys. You know what I mean? Just kidding. I don't work at a gas station, but yo, thank you, man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. We're going full time, boys. Thank you for that sub.
No discrimination amongst
Full-time
the victims
streamer.
that would suggest a biased execution. Pascal was
Astro.
black and elderly. Lori Ann Lewis was both young and white. Both completely unrelated and both shared.
Damn, bro. They're human beings. Why are they just labeling them as old and black and young and white? This guy's sick. This commentator was sick.
No ties. It doesn't get more random than that. It was like the sniper was playing the lottery with lives. Those that were
Tonight? Wanna
murdered
watch that
were just
tonight?
at the wrong place at the wrong time. Also,
Dang.
these victims were not robbed, which also made the motive of the sniper more obscure. Still, police deployed
No
SWAT
discrimination
teams
killings?
into
Ah,
the
okay, I
community.
see.
Undercover cops were sent into areas
I think
where
this
the
guy's
violence
going
had
Kill Bill.
occurred
That's what my
and
prediction
its
is.
surrounding areas. The police also worked with the best snipers to determine how this killer was operating. How did the killer wreak those attacks
He's
undetected?
probably sniping.
It was the suburbs, so there were no woods in any of the kill spots and no tall buildings that they could have used to shoot from. It was during these debates amongst themselves that the police realized
Bro had the
that
craziest silencer or suppressor on his gun. 1,000,000%. He must have had a cracked build.
killer might be in a vehicle. A witness had spoken of a white panel truck in the area when the fourth
He must
victim
have,
was
1,000,000%.
killed. According to the witness, after Sarah Ramos got a bullet through the head, they saw a white panel pickup truck leaving the vicinity. Immediately, the police kicked into action and began searching every white van and every
Oh, he's got to
white
drive it off
panel
a
pickup
bridge
truck
or
they could
something.
find.
There's no way.
As
He needs to
police
get
searched
rid
for
of
the
that.
van, the 5 bodies were taken in for autopsy. The community was paralyzed with fear. In less than 48 hours, 6 innocent people had been killed, and yet
Damn.
the police had no suspects, no motive, and no clues. However, the worst feeling was the fact that every resident felt like they could be.
Bro, imagine if a cop, imagine being that cop to like have to go to a scene and see somebody have a bullet through their head, bro. That alone, I don't know, that would like freak you out, bro. Imagine seeing somebody who's just freshly got shot, dude. You know what I mean? Freshly died, dude. That is wild. That is a wild thing, dude. These cops are probably like have trauma from seeing that stuff. Think about that. Like I couldn't even imagine that, bro. That's why. That is crazy.
Be the next victim to suffer the sniper's
And these
bullet.
guys are like police officers of, they said, an innocent town where there's like no homicide, right? This is an innocent suburb with no homicide. So these guys are probably like, this is the first time they've ever seen something like this in their life. They probably never dealt with homicide.
The Montgomery County Police Chief, Charles Moose, assigned his most
No wonder why they're
qualified
ass at
detective,
this.
Barney Forsythe, to lead the
What's going on,
investigation.
silly?
Their first major decision was to share as much information they could with the public. Schools went into lockdown, armed guards patrolled the vicinity, and the first clues presented itself. The bullets were traced to a long-range rifle, a weapon like a Bushmaster. Now, Bushmasters are the kind
What
of
the hell is
military
that?
rifles that are designed for one specific purpose.
Killing motherfuckers.
In the hands of anyone, even the untrained, the weapon could be lethal. After the trajectory
Yeah, no
analysis
shit.
came in, it confirmed the police's earlier fears. The bullet was coming from someone on the ground, not from any rooftops or elevated pedestals.
Damn, this guy didn't even have the high ground. This
mobile,
guy's kind of
and
ill
this
nasty.
led to the next suspicion. There were 2 individuals involved in this mindless mayhem. When the community caught wind of the fact that an armed sniper was hiding in a vehicle, the residents of Washington entered into a state of panic. The press didn't help either. There were speculations in the paper, on the news, and they were...
Dude, are you kidding me? Like, just think about it, bro. Imagine how empty, like, there's probably no traffic. Imagine that day you're late for work, and you're like, or you're going to be, but then the traffic cleared up. Like, some people probably took advantage of that.
Mostly pointing in one direction, the infamous Al-Qaeda. It seemed like a convenient explanation.
True, this was in 2001, boys, or 2002 or whatever. That makes sense. This makes sense. That people would think it's a terrorist attack. They're just killing random citizens.
There's no way to confirm it, but that didn't stop the press from stoking fear.
It was the cheese touch? Is that what you think it is?
The next day, October 4th, the sniper changed tactics and moved south of Washington. The victim of the day was Caroline Sewell, a 43-year-old homemaker.
Damn, there was a sniper in Manhattan?
She was loading packages into her minivan in the parking lot of Michael's Craft Store in Fredericksburg, Virginia, when the cold bullet of the deranged sniper tore through her abdomen. As she lied on the floor bleeding, she prayed that she would live for her 2 children. Thankfully, she survived. This marked the first survivor of the October attacks. Once again, the police were left with nothing. The criminals
Wait, she survived? Did the bullet just graze her or some shit?
Once again vanished.
She tanked it? No way she tanked that bullet, bro. Dude, everybody's just being one-tapped. Like, it's literally a one-shot kill. You know what I mean? Dude, he literally hit markered in real life. Yo, what's going on? Cano, what's going on, buddy? Welcome back to the stream. Charging my phone? Sweet. Okay, let me see.
Detectives were mystified.
How we doing today?
No physical description, no good eyewitnesses. It was like they were chasing a ghost. It was at this junction that Police Chief Moose decided to throw all of his weight on the public. He called out to them for help. A tip line was released, and immediately it was overwhelmed by callers. Some people were convinced that they had seen something relating to the sniper, and others had ideas of how to catch the criminals. At one point, the police department received over 100,000 tips. Detectives began working around the clock, trying to follow every worthwhile lead. They noticed that the attacks were close to roadways, strip malls, and certain stores. They also noticed that the killer or killers were very familiar with the traffic patterns in the area. After studying these movements closely, the police devised a method for trapping the sniper. They called it the concentric circle plan, and it would involve the immediate deployment of a response team at the ring of an emergency call. Once the emergency call comes in, the police team would create a trap consisting of a series of widening circles around whatever area the shooting happened. They would roadblock every exit and floor in the premise with plainclothes operative. In the first 2 days,
that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. So this guy really can't go on the freeway to escape or anything like that. Like, he's trapped, bro. He is trapped.
Been contained within the Montgomery axes. However, with the killing in Virginia, the radius had expanded. The killer could be anywhere. There was a debate about whether schools should remain open or not. So far, no child had been targeted by the sniper, so it was decided that schools would remain open, but...
Hell no. Bro, are you kidding me? These kids still have to go to school? Dude, 2001, bro. I want to be on the PlayStation 2, buddy. Are you kidding me? What is it, 2001, 2002? PlayStation 2 if I was a kid, man. Are you kidding me? Or on the on my little Game Boy.
But kids would remain indoors. There would be no recess. The authorities believed this would keep the kids
that seems horrible.
Safe.
Yeah, now this guy deserves a burn in hell, buddy. Are you serious? That's crossing the line right there. No recess. This guy deserves life.
On
Solitary
the 7th
confinement.
of October, a 13-year-old Iran Brown had been kicked off his school bus for eating candy. His aunt now had the task of dropping him off. She dropped him off in front of school an hour early because she was getting late for work, and that is when it happened. The sniper gunned down the 13-year-old and left him bleeding on the pavement.
Dude, what?
His aunt raced through traffic and was able to get her nephew into an emergency room. The boy eventually became the second survivor of
Let's
the DC
go!
sniper, but the
What an asshole, buddy. A 13-year-old boy, do you not have any morals? Like, are you serious, you sick bastard? Really? Yo, what's going on, Maya?
gravity of the situation.
Indoor recess for...
was
Oh, yeah,
not
maybe they have
lost on
indoor
anyone.
recess. Yeah,
The president of the United States at the time, George Bush, condemned the attack.
Yeah, the sniper attacks, first of all, I'm just sick to my stomach to think that there is a cold-blooded killer at
Motherfucker probably knew about it, bro. He probably set this shit up.
home, taking innocent
Crooked.
life. The idea of moms taking their kids to school and sheltering them from a
As you guys
potential
said about making
sniper
this...
attack.
Nah, he's
Not the
protected, bro.
American I know.
I don't know why it's protected, because he planned it, bro. He planned it 1,000,000%. Crooked.
The police department was devastated. Targeting a child, that was lower than anyone had expected.
Exactly.
In the 5 days
hell?
since the mayhem began, there had been 7 shooting incidents in the Washington, D.C. area. Now, the FBI got in on the case. A $200,000 reward was offered to anyone who had information.
Dude, 200,000 back in the day was robbing a mascot must be worth like probably $500,000 now, bro. At least. Yo, inflation, that's like $500,000 now.
Concerning the
Snitching so
shootings.
fast.
The
Stop in here to have a good stream. See you later, Maya.
FBI would soon suspect that this was not the
That
end.
covers rent, that covers food, that covers gas, bro. Car payment if you have one, credit card bills. Dude.
Of just one killer, but rather a duo or group of vicious criminals. Investigators also undertook
$500,000 probably
what was
would cover
called
that.
a forensic walk, which involved them walking slowly, shoulder to shoulder, through the area around the shooting. They found a flattened out area in the shrubs that looked like someone had laid there. However,
Don't even lie. Did he actually? Wait, did he actually drop? Wait, where? No, if you're joking, bro, that's an instant ban, by the way. Because this is such a good video. There's no way Cardi dropped. Did Cardi drop? Bro, no, we did not, dude. No, we did not, bro. Where did he drop then? Z-Rag, where did he drop, bro? Where did he drop? Honor to ban him? Where did he drop, bro? Instagram? Send me the link.
I lied.
Yeah, that's a week.
the most intriguing find was a mysterious tarot card that had a direct message for the police. It read, "For you, Mr. Police Code, call me God. Do not release to the press."
Bro thinks he's a Zodiac killer. Are you serious?
Eeriness of this message wasn't lost on the police. These killers were not asking for anything still, and that was a problem.
They just like killing. These guys are sick. These guys are sick.
However, it was a step in the right
Or
direction.
this guy, this one
The
guy,
police
right?
could
This guy is
establish a
sick.
line
He just
of
likes killing
communication.
people.
The
He's a
police
human
also
hunter.
wanted to honor the requests of the killers. They weren't going to leak anything to the press. However, that was next to impossible, and by the next day, it was on the front page of the Washington Post.
Dude, what the hell was that? Bro, I gotta ask my mom if she remembers anything like this.
On the 9th of October, 53-year-old vet Dean Myers was driving home on his way from Virginia to Maryland. It was around 8 p.m. that night. He had stopped to get gas and was pumping it into his car when a 223 caliber bullet ripped through his skull. The police
Dude, this guy's going for headshots. He's camel grinding.
responded by deploying more than 200 investigators to the case. On the 11th of October, Ken Bridges was also at a petrol station
Dude, what
in
the
Virginia
hell, man?
when he was shot by a sniper. By the 14th, the FBI were the ones who took a hit. Ted
How many
Franklin
kills
and
does
his
this
wife
guy have
Linda
now?
were loading some newly acquired shelves into their vehicle.
He's gotta have a
Linda was
bunch.
an FBI analyst, remarried, a mother of one, and an expected grandmother. All it took for her to be a victim was to stand still for some seconds as her husband tried to find a way to fit in the shelves. A bullet blew off the right side of her head. She was the
Dude, what the hell?
11th victim of the
11th?
DC sniper. The FBI responded by lobbying the Department of Defense to approve the use of sophisticated military spy planes with high-tech surveillance gear to hunt
How
down
have they not found this guy yet? How? How have they not found this guy?
the sniper. Meanwhile, the police released
Like, where could he
sketches
be?
of a
It's the
white van.
suburbs, bro.
Eventually,
They said there
on the
was no
16th of
fields, no high
October,
buildings.
Hope arrived in the form of a witness. A man named Matthew Dowdy gave a description of a Middle Eastern man taking a shot.
Bro's trying to get that half a mil, bro. Bro's trying to get that 200 bands. 1,000,000%. He's just hoping that he's right. Maybe, that guy probably. He's hoping that they'll believe him too. Be like, yeah, it was definitely that guy.
He said he saw a hardware store close to the vicinity. He also reported that he had seen a white or cream-colored van with a burnt-out rear light. The police immediately informed the public to be on the lookout. However, 2 days later, a detective was reviewing the surveillance.
So what if somebody else found that van and like the police caught him from that person telling them? How would they split the money up? Because he said he gave him that information about the van. Would they split it up between those two?
Tapes
They would
from the
have to.
hardware store when they noticed
He was
that
gonna
Dowdy
chase.
had appeared on the videotape at 9:21 p.m., which was 3 minutes after the shooting. There was no way he could have seen the killer. Matthew Dowdy was just hungry for media attention, and he was promptly arrested.
Damn. Yo, that shit backfired so badly. Bro, he didn't care about the media attention, bro. He cared about that 200 grand. Are you serious? Bro cooked himself. Oh, dude.
Once again, the investigators were back to square one. The police ran through all the suspects in surveillance.
It's so funny that
tapes
they
and
put
came
that in the
up with
video, too.
Absolutely nothing. However, there was still another silver lining. A man named Robert Holmes was watching coverage of the DC sniper shootings when he had something of an epiphany. He realized that the killer might have been his buddy, John Muhammad, from their days in the army. He also remembered
Damn.
that John owned a long-range
He's
rifle,
snitching on his friend for $200,000.
like the one in
Shit,
the
would
news.
you guys do that, boys? Your buddy from the army? Really?
If John was the DC sniper, then Robert could also establish a motive.
Because, okay, nowadays, okay, 200,000 back then, nowadays is 500,000, right? It's probably half a mil. Like, are you doing it for half a mil, though? Not 200,000, half a mil. 200K, 200K, bleh.
No matter how far-fetched it might have sounded, John had an estranged wife who had taken custody of their kids and moved to the DC, Washington area. So Robert Holmes called the tip
Bro,
line,
here we
but
go, snog whining again. The voice is so monotone and fucking boring.
unfortunately, his tip was missed. During the same time, the sniper was also trying to communicate with the police, but he couldn't. There were just too many tips coming in. To make the situation more complicated, there were multiple callers who were also trying to take credit for the crimes. So, the killer began to get desperate. As twisted as this might sound, he became concerned that someone else was going to take praise for all of the killings. So, the next time he called, he brought up an
Oh, I missed it.
unsolved
Hold on. What just happened? What just happened? Hold on.
of an epiphany. He realized that the killer might have been his buddy, John
Bro's
Muhammad,
snitching
from
on his
their
own
days in the
friend.
army. He also remembered
This guy's
that
targeting
John
kids now,
owned a
so it's kinda fucked
long-range
up
rifle,
anyways.
like the one in the news. If John was the DC sniper, then Robert could also establish a motive. No matter how far-fetched it might have sounded, John had an estranged wife who had taken custody of their kids and moved to the DC, Washington area. So Robert Holmes called the tip line, but
I was worried about someone else
unfortunately,
getting the credit. Damn. Yo, guys, this is actually a really good video, bro. I don't know what he's talking about.
his
This
tip
is
was
not like a tornado video.
missed. During the same time, the sniper was also trying to communicate with the police, but he couldn't. There were just too many tips coming in. To make the situation more complicated, there were multiple callers who were also trying to take credit for the crimes. So, the killer began to get desperate. As twisted as this might sound, he became concerned that someone else was going to take praise for all of the killings. So, the next time he called, he brought up an unsolved shooting in Montgomery, Alabama that happened earlier that year and asked the police to look into the shooting. The police called Montgomery and found out that it was a robbery homicide and that the gun used in the crime was not a high caliber rifle. The police didn't see any connections. Aside from the different weapons used, the sniper hadn't robbed any of his victims. So,
But neither did the other guy, did he? No, nobody was robbing the victims. Or are they saying the guy in Alabama was robbing them?
it didn't stick, and the police disregarded the caller. On the 9th of October, Jeff Hopper and his wife, Stephanie, were driving to their home in Florida when they pulled off the interstate highway some 150 kilometers south of Washington to fill up their car and have dinner. In their minds, they were clear of the danger zone. They finished their dinner, held hands, and made their way to the car when they heard a gunshot. It took a moment for Jeff to realize that he had been shot in the abdomen.
Damn!
And it took 5 operations and another 18 days for him to survive the attempt on his life. This would mark the 3rd survivor of the DC
Let's go,
snipers.
boys.
During the
Bro just tanked
investigation
it.
on
He
this
ate that shit up
particular
like Ma's
shooting,
cooking.
An ATF dog found a bullet casing and a note tacked to a tree in the woods near the restaurant.
This guy's getting cocky
The killer
now.
was making a very direct method of communication. The note was tucked inside a Ziploc bag, and that was how the killer slipped. This is because police found the DNA on the Ziploc bag. Unfortunately, the DNA didn't match anyone in the FBI's database. In the note, there was a message. It had the same...
But if I'm just saying, like, bro, if that guy gets any other crime where he needs to get fingerprint or whatever, the DNA, dude, GG's, motherfucker, GG's. Because you know that town, Montgomery, DC, or whatever it was. Yo, you know for a fact everybody that gets booked is now getting the DNA taken for this guy until they find him.
Call Me God calling card of the killer. And this time, for the first time...
This man
Hold on. Bean, send it afterwards, brother. Send it afterwards. Hold on, we're almost done with this video.
The killer was demanding
Bean,
money.
hold on.
Specifically, $10 million that would be deposited in a bank account. It was at that point that the...
Wait, 10 million? What is this?
$10 million that would be deposited in a bank account. It was at that point that the police knew they would catch the killer. The sniper also wrote that at 6 a.m., they would call the restaurant where Jeffrey Hopper was shot. The police department got ready for the call.
Nah, I don't know if I'm playing Chain tonight. Probably not. I might hop on a little bit. I don't know. Should we play Chain tonight, boys?
On the morning of the 21st of October, the phone rang, and finally, police and the sniper were in direct contact. The sniper told police to follow the content in the note. They had to follow all of his demands or more people would be killed. Then, he ended the note with a chilling warning. P.S. Your children are not safe.
This guy is sick. This guy is sick.
The police were able to track the call to a petrol station. There, they arrested 2 men. One of the men was driving a white panel truck. They fit the
GG's
description, but it turned out that they were just illegal immigrants who happened to be near the phone at the wrong time. In the
Yo, how unlucky is that? Bro, they made it all the way. Where is this? In Alabama now? Is this Alabama? Bro, they made it all the way to Alabama. Shit, dude. And they were at the wrong place at the wrong time, bro.
sniper's note,
See
there
you
was
later,
also
doggy.
the mention of the Alabama shooting. So the police decided to call Alabama once more, and this time, they broke through a brick wall in the case. It
Holy
happened
shit.
that a magazine had been dropped at the crime scene, and it had a fingerprint on it, which the local officer had not yet processed. The magazine was immediately flown to Washington, and the fingerprint got a match. A boy named Lee Boyd Malvo. Lee Boyd Malvo was a 17-year-old Jamaican who had been fingerprinted by immigration officers in Washington. This find was a combination of luck, diligence, and stupidity on the part of the sniper.
Bro, we got way too greedy. Way too greedy.
Police were banking on more stupidity on his part. However, they believed
Why
the
does this look like XXX and Tentacion mixed with Lil Baby? Am I crazy for
teenager
saying
was
that?
just an accomplice. On the 22nd of October, in the heart of Montgomery County, a bus driver named Conrad Johnson was preparing for the morning commuter run when the killer added him to his rap sheet. Conrad Johnson, just 35, was a father of 2.
Nah.
The cold-hearted killer tacked a new message to a tree that read, "Your incompetence has cost you another life." As infuriating as the
Damn.
message was, the police channeled it into their search efforts. They had a confirmed fingerprint. They had a picture that all linked to the teenager Lee Boyd Malvo. The FBI came with some in-depth info concerning the kid. Aside from his immigration status, it was also revealed that there had been a custody battle between Malvo's mother and an African-American named John Muhammad. Muhammad had helped Malvo and his mom illegally cross from the Caribbean into the US, and since then, Lee Malvo and John Muhammad had passed off as father and son. The FBI were also able to filter through the tips and uncover the tip of Robert Holmes, Muhammad's friend. His tip literally tied up all the ends. John Muhammad was Robert Holmes' longtime friend from the army. They were very close. When Robert heard the voice of the serial killer, he immediately recognized him to be Lee Malvo, a kid that had been hanging out with Muhammad. To tie things up neatly, Holmes also gave the police a possible motive. He said that John had lost custody of his kids to his ex-wife Mildred, who had relocated the kids to Washington to avoid as much of John.
Okay, this information's getting harder to digest. Could someone fill me in? What's going on here? Like, what? So they found him, so they figured out who it was, and then there was a custody battle going on, and that they don't know where he is, or what is this, like, what are they saying? Is that what it is?
John's eccentricities as she could. Days and weeks of dead ends disappeared in an instant. The police were able to get comprehensive details of both suspects, including their vehicle that was registered to John Muhammad, a blue Chevy Caprice. The police immediately put out the word. Citizens should watch out for a blue Chevy Caprice.
Oh, don't worry about it, Bean. They're just trying to pick on you, bro. They just got nothing better to do. You know what I mean?
A day after the police put out the call, on the 24th of October, Whitney Donahue was working late when he was too tired to continue and decided to go home.
Bro, stop, man. I literally saw you on Fusers today, bro.
11:39 p.m. and the home was still hours ahead, so he decided to turn on the radio to help him stay awake while driving. This is when he heard the announcement. The police were looking for a blue Chevy Caprice. Whitney had owned a Chevy Caprice in the past, so he knew what it would look like if he saw one. Subconsciously, he started checking out the cars as he went in toward the Beltway. And when he got on Route 70, he decided to stop at the rest area on South Mountain. That was when he saw it. A dark blue Chevy Caprice. It perfectly fits the description, so he pulled up in front of the vehicle, picked up his cell phone, and called 911. Lee Malvo and John Muhammad were asleep in the vehicle when the full force of the police descended upon them. 21 days of senseless terror had finally come to an end.
Let's go. Bro, we got way too cocky. Book this guy now. Let's see what he gets now.
Lee Malvo
Life.
was just a 17-year-old teenager at the time, and John Allen Muhammad was a 40-year-old
So it was
man.
two.
It was found that John had trained him for weeks to execute the crimes.
No way. Bro was just an apprentice. Bro was an assassin. Dude, that is a crazy backstory. I'm not gonna lie. That is a crazy orange story.
For the shootings in October, Muhammad and Malvo had also shot 6 people between February to around October. The shootings were so few
Bro, I'm not
and
trying to
far
be
in
zero,
between
bro.
when compared to the October serial shootings that the killers were able to slip under the radar undetected. Through the October killings, they had drilled a hole in the trunk of the Caprice that allowed for Lee Malvo to contort himself as John Muhammad took the wheels. During interrogations, Malvo refused to talk.
That is wild. So that guy was just going from the back seat, going to inside the truck, popping the trunk, boom, driving off. That is nuts. That is nuts. They get the sniper all set up, right? Just had to lift the trunk up, boom. Oh, he was shooting through the trunk? How? So he got a little peephole or something like that? Wait, how was he doing that?
Talk at first. However, when he began talking,
Bro's getting
he began to
headshots.
brag. He talked about how he would fast before each killing because it improved his aim. He also spoke about how they planned to execute 5 killings in one day in an effort to overwhelm the police. Then, he began speaking about his relationship with John Allen Muhammad. Sometimes he would call him father, and other times he would call him his best friend. He said that Muhammad taught him everything he knew. The investigators believed the killing spree was a twisted plot by John Muhammad to kill his ex-wife and get his children back. Their first victim in February was the niece of a friend of his ex-wife, who had convinced her.
This guy was going Kill Bill. I told you guys. What did I say, guys? What did I say? What did I say? Bro, he's going Kill Bill. He has the list. He has a list of people to kill.
The twisted plot by John Muhammad to kill his ex-wife and get his children back. Their first victim in February was the niece of a friend of his ex-wife, who had convinced her to relocate to Washington. His plan must have been to include her as one of the random victims, thereby giving him a path toward reclaiming his kids. Muhammad neither confirmed
eliminate
or
everybody
denied
else
this theory,
until he's the only
and
one
it
they can
fell
give custody
through the court
to.
because there was not enough evidence to back up the claim. However, John tried representing himself, but that turned out to be a crucial nail in his almost certain coffin. In 2004, John Allen was later sentenced to death by a Virginia court, and on the 10th of November, he was executed by lethal injection.
Oh no, death is too easy for a motherfucker like that, man. I'm gonna be honest. Dude, they kill kids and shit, bro. Like, come on. Like that, like, you can't just kill off a guy like that, bro. Good, I know, but like, seriously, like, give that guy, like, honestly, sitting in like a jail where you have to like, or like solitary confinement for like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's way worse than death, motherfucker. You do not want to be like in prison, or like, especially in like a small ass cell or something like that, solitary confinement, like for a while, like, bro. 2 years of that shit, you wish you were dead. Are you kidding me? Less than 2 years, probably like a month straight of solitary confinement. You wish you were dead. That shit drives you insane, bro. Not having talking to any humans or anything would drive you insane.
On the other hand, Lee Malvo continued to spill. In his testimony, he spoke about Muhammad's multi-phase plan. Phase 1 consisted of meticulous planning. They were supposed to kill 6 white people a day for 30 days, but that didn't work out because several logistical issues like heavy traffic, a clear line of shot, and an escape route.
So they were trying to kill a demographic.
They ended up resorting to the equally devastating mayhem of October. Then there was also Phase 2 that was supposed to happen after the events of October in Baltimore, Maryland. These sick and twisted individuals planned to kill a pregnant woman by shooting her in the stomach.
Dude, what the
then
hell?
They would shoot a Baltimore police officer, after which they would plant and detonate the funeral service, which would have several other officers present.
Bro.
The third and last phase was where the 10 million would come in handy. They were going to extort millions from the US government, then travel north to Canada. Somewhere along the way, they would stop at an orphanage or YMCA and recruit impressionable young black boys, which John would then brainwash as he did for Malvo. After which, they would go all the way to Canada, train in weapons and stealth, then unleash unprecedented chaos in many different cities in America.
Dude, he wanted to create an army? That is insane. That is
None
insane.
of that happened. The 17-year-old
Thank
B-boy
God.
Malvo received a life sentence 2 years later. A Maryland court sentenced him to 6 consecutive life terms, and the carnage of October 2002 was filed into the annals of history.
Dude, was he brainwashed? Was he brainwashed by his trainer, though? Was he? Like, be honest. Like, he was 17. He's an impressionable kid. His best friend, like, he got... You know what I mean? Like, somebody he probably, like, really looked up to.
Watch tomorrow.
Damn, that was a great video with it. That was actually one of the best
Thanks for
ones.
tuning in to
That was actually, like, probably one of the
Minds. That
best
was
videos you sent me, bro. That was a good video, man. That was a really good video. Damn, the DC sniper killed my cousin, Conrad Johnson. One of the saddest streets I've ever been
Photos
to. I
in
live
the
in DC
NBC
now, and I was
document.
going to school in PG County at the time. I was in 4th grade. Damn, what the hell?
Give Withered mod.
Give Withered mod? Dude, is that what we're thinking? Bro, who are we giving mod to? Withered? Are we doing Withered? Are we doing... I don't know. Isn't Lennox here, though? Lenny's a mod, is he not? But he's got a couple pictures. This was the gun that he used in the video. And this is what he was using. Oh, I see where he set up the sniper. Damn. Did they just fold these seats down so he can actually go through the back? That is nuts, bro.
How about we all get mod?
Hell no. That'd be horrible. Hold on. I forgot the VIP. You want to hop on Russ with me and Zero? Yo, Zero, what was with the host, man? Zero didn't even host me today. What the hell is wrong with you? Ivy is awesome. Yo, what's going on? Thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Feel free to join the Discord if you want to, you know what I mean, send links or whatever, send some videos. You know what I mean? Also get updated when the stream comes out. Wait, what do you usually say with, dude? Zero has such a good script that he reads off whenever somebody follows. Are you done with the video? Yes. No, aren't you going to sleep, buddy?
We should do a who should be mod forms and why. It will be interesting.
Yeah, bro. Zero didn't host me. Where's my VIP? It's right there, brother. Hey everyone, how's y'all's day? It's been pretty good.
EscapePM, no EscapePM. This man got
Bean.
the skills, always bringing up a plan. EscapePM, no EscapePM. This man shining bright like a diamond, never bland. EscapePM, no EscapePM. This man mind so sharp, like a legendary brand. EscapePM, no escape. EscapePM, no EscapePM. This man breaking through the barriers, understand. EscapePM, no EscapePM. This man on top, like a king, take command. EscapePM, no EscapePM. This man heart so big, always lending a hand. EscapePM, no EscapePM. This man moving mountains, spreading love across the land. EscapePM, no EscapePM. This man bold and brave, taking every stand. EscapePM, no EscapePM. EscapePM, no EscapePM. This man dreams so big, like a castle in the sand. EscapePM, no EscapePM. This man you're a star, in the sky you've been planned.
Okay, that's enough. Yo, I'm gonna be doing VIP forms first. I don't really need a mod, bro. Snog is fine, but he always makes fun of, bro. Mario's why does your AirPods? I don't go outside very much, guys.
No EscapePM.
Listen, why do you look like that? Because I'm mewing, bro. Mewing every day. I don't know about that. Bro, nobody has VIP anymore. You don't want VIP applications?
Let's give a hand.
I do it as a troll. Nobody's laughing, though. Like,
the glazing is absolutely crazy.
It's not crazy. The glazing is not absolutely crazy. It's fully, like, dude, it's deserved, bro. Absolutely.
And why, please?
Mod applications, bro.
I love proving Snog wrong.
Not nobody's laughing. I'm dead as fuck. Listen, bro. Listen, Snog, man, you're the only one laughing, buddy. It's not a good joke for you're the only one laughing, dude. You know what I mean? That's like that. I honestly like Snog and me are very very alike. You know what I mean? Nobody laughs at our jokes. Was that video that we watched good? Okay, bro. Not 1 sec. Okay, vote in the poll, guys. Everybody vote in the poll. I thought it was a great video, so I voted yes. You can vote whatever you want. I think that shooter video was like a really good video.
So we can teach you.
Bro, tonight, guys, I can't